To start the cleaning process, we are going to be using a T8 security bit Torx screwdriver. There are 7 screws throughout the Xbox 360 controller. Each one of them is the exact same, so there is no need to be worried about if you were going to forget which screw is going in which area. The last screw is underneath this label. Prying the controller apart is really easy. Just make sure to have the buttons facing downwards, or else you'll have a slew of buttons falling everywhere. I like to separate all the buttons and switches and clickies and keep them organized while I make sure that everything is still there. The next step would be to get a Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew the D-pad. They are slightly smaller screws, but it is relatively difficult to get them mixed up with the security bit screws. The next step will be to grab 99% isopropyl alcohol and wipe down the entire motherboard. Isopropyl alcohol will not damage the motherboard as it is a very good cleaning agent. I would suggest getting into the cracks and crevices of the joysticks to fix drift and to make the overall performance of the controller better. Make sure to soak all of the extra pieces in warm soapy water and clean them very thoroughly with a toothbrush or any other cleaning tool you might have. I like to keep the smaller bits in a separate container to prevent them from falling down the drain. Over here I have time-lapsed it because it does take a while. I do recommend letting the parts sit in the water for around 10 minutes before cleaning anything, as it does tend to loosen all the dirt and gunk. After every single piece has been dried thoroughly, start putting the controller back together. It is really difficult to mix up which button goes where, A, B, X, Y, because the controller has notches in it in the button itself and in the shell to prevent you from using the wrong button in the wrong hole. After you have finished putting everything back together, make sure that all the buttons function normally, and then when you are done doing that, put the top on, make sure everything's lined up properly, and then you can put the screws back in. Remember to use the T8 security bit, or else the screws will not properly thread in. Other than that, thank you for watching this video, and the rest of the video is me putting it back together.